May 12th, and this is our second day of making line plots. You guys did a really good job yesterday, but we're going to continue with this skill today. Today's objective is the same as yesterday's. Students will be able to collect data and plot the data on a line plot. Yesterday you guys used X's. Today I'm using circles. Teacher Model 1, line plots, a way of organizing data on a number line. On the left it says, each dot represents a piece of data. In this case, each dot represents a soccer game. And the title of this line plot is Soccer Games This Year. And we have another arrow saying the number line organizes the increments from least to greatest. And I can see this number line goes from 0 to 14. In this case, total points in one game. So right away, I can look at the 0 and I see one dot, which represents a soccer game. So that means in one soccer game this year, they scored 0 points. If I look at the 2, I see 3 dots. So that means in 3 soccer games, they scored 2 points. Okay, I see no dots above 4. So that means there were no games that 4 points were scored. Now we're going to read the line plot below and answer the questions. Number 1, how many games did this team score 2 points? So I'm looking at the 2 on the number line and I see 3 dots above it. So that means there were 3 games where the team scored 2 points. Number 2, how many games did the team score more than 8 points? So I'm looking at the 10, 12, and 14 because they want more than 8. And I'm just counting those dots. So I see 2 above 10, 1 above 12, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above 14. So altogether, the team had 8 games where they scored more than 8 points. Question 3, how many games did the team play? The team played 14 games. I did this by counting the dots, or in your case, it might be X's. And that's how you see how many games they played. How many games did the team not score any points? So there was one game where the team did not score any points, and I did that by looking at the 0, which represents 0 scores, 0 points, and there was 1 dot above it. So there was only one game where their team did not score points. Okay, now this is a brand new line plot. No more soccer game. Read the line plot below and answer the question. So this is called daily reading log, and the number line represents the pages. How many days did the person read 20 pages? So there were 5 days where the person read 20 pages because if you look above the 20, it has 5 dots. How many days did the person read more than 100 pages? So I'm looking at 120, which has 2 dots, and I'm looking at 140, which has 5 dots. So there were 7 days where the person read more than 100 pages. Number 3, how many days did the person read? So again, all you have to do is count the dots or the X's. This person read 19 days. How many days did the person not read? So I'm looking at the 0 because that represents the days in which the person read 0 pages. And there's only 1 dot above the 0 pages, which means the person did not read on 1 day. Your independent work is to complete the Google Classroom assignment, which will be Google Slides. It will be called a line plot or constructing a line plot. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions, but this should be very similar to yesterday's, except today you'll be answering some questions about the line plots you've made. Have a great Tuesday.